very much. Thank you for Tuesday Live again and the discussions that are going on. I want to say that I concur with all the speakers there on many of the issues that they have raised. And to go straight to your question, God made man in his own image. And is our action godlike? Definitely, we know that, yes, when man was created in the image of God, man became disobedient to God, and therefore there was an estrangement between man and God. And through the period, prophets of God came, the laws of God came, and various attempts were made to bring a reconciliation between man and God so that man will live in the character of God. But all these attempts kept going on until the time when God sent his son, Jesus Christ, to come to the world. And 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 19 says, God was in Christ reconciling the world to himself. So the coming of Jesus to the world is actually to bring us back to God so that we will live in the character of God. The character of God, which is, of course, character of holiness, righteousness, character of love. So I've had people mention the issue of love, which is the character of God. The Bible tells us that God is love, and that he who abides in love abides in God and God in him. Therefore, one character of God that is missing in mankind is the character of love. Mankind is so selfish. People are very greedy, and they do not think of those things that concern other people. Many people think only of themselves, sometimes themselves, their families alone, and sometimes as it grows on in Nigeria, ethnic group alone, and then it goes on to be their religion alone. If a person calls himself a Christian and he wants to live in the character of God, there is no way he will love only his family. There is no way he will love only people of his tribe. There is no way he will love only people of his religion, because the Bible tells us, love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor can be anybody. He can be of any religion. He can be of any ethnic group. This love is lacking in Nigeria. And I heard some of our speakers have spoken about our mantra as a nation. I believe that we have a mantra. Take our national anthem and see the content of the national anthem. It says, Nigeria will hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve a sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be the symbol that truth and justice reigns. In peace and battle, honor, and this we count as gain, to hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no one is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria will be blessed. Looking at our national anthem, if people don't just look at it as to sing to begin a program and to sing to end the program, if the content of the national anthem is part of our lives, we will discover that a lot of the ideals, that the philosophy of life is already built in that national anthem. We have a variety of people in Nigeria, north and south, east and west, tribes of many different tribes. But we say, though tribes and tongues may differ, we stand in brotherhood. That means Nigerians, in our mantra, we believe in one Nigeria. We are all brothers and sisters of one another. And people in the north should love people in the south. People in the south should love people in the north. People in the East should love people in the West. Love. That is the character of God, one character of God that we do not have. If we have love, we will not be selfish. We will not play one group against another. If we have love and we are in governance, we will care for everybody equally. Love will bring about justice. Love will bring about fairness. Love will bring about consideration of all people, which we are lacking in our government. Sometimes, once somebody is there, he just thinks of himself. He doesn't think of everybody. So, though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. And then Nigerians also believe in God. Yes, we believe in God. And the God factor, that's why we said that, O God of all creation, grant this our one request, that we will build a nation where no one is oppressed. Do people really think about the words of our national anthem? In our coat of arms, we have peace, we have unity. These are things that are celebrated. So I believe that we must pick these philosophies ingrained in our national anthem. We must speak it out of the pages of the anthem and connect our lives to it. Our leaders must remember that the content of our national anthem is supposed to be a guide to us as a nation. So I believe that in terms of the character of God, we are failing. We are failing. We don't have enough love. In terms of the character of God, we are failing because we do not care enough for the poor. God cares for the poor. He wants us to care for the poor, to care for the needy, the widows, the motherless, the fatherless, the sick. These are the things that even Jesus said that when we come someday before him in judgment, he will ask us, I was hungry, you gave me no food. I was thirsty, you gave me no drink. I was naked, you did not clothe me. I was in prison, you did not visit me. And all these things. And then people will ask, when did that happen? You say, well, as long as you did not do it to those that lived with you, then you didn't do it for me. In other words, even doing these things, Jesus says they are for him you are doing when you take care of your neighbors. So in Nigeria, we lack love. We also lack discipline. And I had people mentioning the religious leaders. The religious leaders, they have a great role to really play in us to come to the character of God. That is their basic function. Religious leaders, more than any other leaders, they have opportunities to meet with the people. Every Sunday, every Friday, religious leaders meet with people. And the people will come on their own. You don't need to even advertise before they come. The religious leaders have holy books from where they minister. The religious leaders minister to men, to women, to children, to adults. They minister to the educated, the uneducated, the leaders in the society, and those that are led. And religious leaders are important. When a child is born, they bring them. They are the ones that will name the child. When a child will marry, it's religious leaders. And when a person dies, it is religious leaders that will be brought. So these religious leaders are closer than even political leaders, closer than all other leaders to the people. And they meet all kinds of people. And therefore, if they should inculcate the character of God, you know, the care for humanity, the love for your neighbor, love your neighbor as yourself, do unto others as you will want others to do unto you. All these things, if they're there, definitely we're going to build a better society. And I want to leave it at that and encourage parents to begin from the home. The family is the smallest unit of the society. If you teach your children to love their neighbors, to respect their neighbors, to be disciplined, to behave well, everybody comes from a family. When parents do their work and carry out their roles, definitely our society is going to change. Because many people who are adults, they keep that which their parents taught them from childhood. They keep it. And they make these things the principles of life. If, as a father and mother, you teach your children that others are important, don't be greedy. Make sure you do things right. Be disciplined. We will have a better society and we will develop our nation in love and unity.
You know, Thank you so much, Reverend Akanji. I like the way you broke down.
We're back.